Hello, it's me again. Um, this is the last video I'm posting tonight, and I'm gonna wrap this up. My Rambo headband here. Um, so I brought up some female issues that was happening in my last video. Some other things that I wanted to talk about was that in the last 2 years that this has been going on, I've always been 5'2.5". The last time I saw my doctor, I had lost some weight and they were doing weight and height and all that fun stuff. And I was 5'1.25". I lost height. That happens as you get older. I'm not happy about it. I don't know if it happens before you turn 40 years old, but I've lost an inch and a quarter. Anyways, so when you have your tubes tied or whatever done, they tell you that it will have no effect on your hormones whatsoever. They say that hormones are created by your adrenal gland and you're controlled by your pituitary gland, and your ovaries are still intact, so it has no effect on your hormones. It is not true because here I am. It is completely not true. Um, 37% of women who have this surgery or surgery like this, it affects their hormones and they suffer. They suffer greatly. Um, I found a doctor. I've looked at many doctors. I found a doctor in California who will do a surgery. It's called a fimbrioplasty. It'll open up the blood flow. It'll open up the hormone flow. My OBGYN here, when I tried to talk to her about all my symptoms and everything that I've been going through, she looked at her watch irritatingly. I was taking up too much of her time. Um, the only surgery that my insurance will cover is to have a partial hysterectomy. No, thank you. You've already ruined, you've already removed part of my body, and my body didn't like it. Let's take out anything else that need to be taken out. Fix you broke. That's what makes sense. So I saw this doctor in California. I asked him if he can do the surgery, and if he'd be willing to, because I know that I guess there's a 30% chance of having a ectopic pregnancy after the surgery. But if there's no tubes, how are you going to have an ectopic pregnancy in a tube that's not there anymore? I don't know. He said he'd do it. He does not take my insurance, but my insurance won't cover it anyways. They'd only cover a partial hysterectomy, and I'm not doing that. So it is costing us $4,500, and then we had to pay for plane tickets and the hotel stay because I'm not flying anywhere after the surgery. Um, so that's why I'm reaching out for support, help. I know that they don't have money to just throw around, but I'd be upset with myself if I didn't try. My husband's paying for everything. When you've worked and helped pay the bills and then you can't, it takes a pretty good effect on your self-esteem when you no longer can even help financially. Um, it sucks. It sucks so bad. But so I'm having that done. I'm having it done in 2 days. Saturday. I'm excited. I'm nervous. A lot of anxiety. Um, I mentioned that it's like a cycle every month of my symptoms. I have about a week and a half where I'm me. I'm just happy go lucky. I don't have to take a nap. I get things done. I'm organized. And then there's a certain time every month that I start getting tired and I start hurting. And it's like I get an oversensory feeling. Um, like my husband will try to hug me, and I can't be touched. I cannot be touched. Um, I'm dizzy. I'm constantly dizzy. When you stand up too fast from laying down, um, it doesn't matter how slow I get up. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm just walking and I get dizzy. I'm always dizzy. Um, I'm really hoping that this surgery will stop me from getting any worse. I'm hoping that that my hair will grow back. I'm hoping that even if I don't get, I'm hoping for absolutely no permanent damage, but it's kind of unlikely. But if I can get back half the person that I was, if I can get the symptoms of this to just not be so bad, not be so overwhelming. I'm going to go over my notes here. Um, I talked about, I just want to make sure that I got everything because I'm hoping that in a few months' time I can look back at this and look at where I was and see how far I've come. And I want to forget everything that's happened, but I don't want to forget because I know this happens to other people. And this is so wrong. The bloating in my stomach, I always kind of look almost like I'm pregnant. Um, the bloating doesn't go away. My ears are going a lot. Um, the mental fog, memory loss, completely forgotten things. Some It's funny, but it's not like completely forgotten where I've put things I've said, things that have happened, completely just forgotten. I got a thing of fruit snacks for my son to take to school because it was his day to take snacks to school, and I got them like a week beforehand, and I hid them. I could not find them. I could not find them. I got them, and our house. I mean, I could not find where I put them at all. I looked and looked and looked. I was driving myself nuts. Like, where could I have put these? So I had to go buy some more fruit snacks, and then I found them like while he was at school. I found them under the sink, like where the trash bags were supposed to be. I don't. That's just one. I put hand soap on my toothbrush one time to brush my teeth. I've actually done that twice. I'm glad that I caught myself before putting my mouth. Well, I can tell it's gonna be a bad day when I put odd things in the microwave that just should not be there, or into the fridge, or something else I do a lot of is I forget what word. I forget the words to things. I forget the words to like the, with the hands, and it tells you the time, and the word is clock. It's like Pictionary with kind of. I forget the words to things. The doctors make you feel like you're crazy, like you are crazy, and that it's all in your head. And for a little while, I actually thought that maybe it was just me, and that I had this fibromyalgia, and that it was all in my head. And I was trying to live and cope with it. Um, I'm glad I pushed. I'm glad I've kept pushing. I'd like to keep pushing because what's happened to me isn't something that's been studied. They haven't done studies on the effects of sterilization of women. They haven't studied it. Um, they haven't they haven't looked at it. So it's the thing they could, because they haven't studied it. They haven't looked at it. But why would they? It's permanent control, huge money maker. By having these issues, I'll always be on hormones. I'll always be going to the doctor. I'm always going to be hurting. I'm always going to need physical therapy. I'm always going to be relying on medicine. That is a huge money maker. Why would they say, oh, this is an issue, we should stop sterilizing women, when it makes them a lot of money, when it's permanent population control? Forms. I did not give consent for this. My rights were completely violated that day. How dare anyone think that you can go in and perform surgery and remove someone without telling them? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with people? Why? How is that right? How is that legal? It's not. It should not be. But like I said, I can't get an attorney to take my case. They said that 2 years from the surgery date is the length you have to file a case. And when I first started contacting attorneys a few months ago, they said they didn't have enough time to do anything about it, to file things. And since post-tubal ligation, or PTLS, is not medically recognized, having doctors stand up in court and say, yes, this is what she's suffering from. And then consent. The consent form says permanent sterilization. Doesn't say how. Doesn't say anything. Even the surgery notes are misleading because it talks about the tubes being removed. Doesn't say anything about the fimbriae. And then you look in the pathology notes, and the fimbriae are being sent off to pathology. It wasn't mentioned that they were removed during the surgery. Women's health care is still, it wasn't until the 80s that, I don't even want to get into it. I just wanted to post my story and get it out there. I'm going to post tomorrow. I'm hoping I sleep tonight. I'm nervous. I'm anxious, a lot of anxiety. It's also that time of the month where I have sensory issues and sleep issues, and where everything gets worse, and I hurt, and I've been limping. My hip has been hurting. I'm irritated. I'm short-tempered. I'm not me. I'll have the surgery, and then hopefully I'll be me. Hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully I can heal, and hopefully I can be some kind of voice for other women who are suffering. Thank you if you made it this far through my story. My job isn't done yet, but thank you. Bye, guys.